All right, Brian. We posted our video saying that we're going to go vegetarian, vegan, and we got a comment like almost immediately saying, Sean, why are you bouncing all around? I guess we need to talk about that, the bouncing all around stuff, and not staying focused.
That's an easy answer.
What was the answer?
Addiction. When you're addicted to something, you're all over the map trying to scramble to figure out how you're going to break the addiction.
That's true.
And when it comes to food and the weight loss fitness thing, there are 800 trillion options, so none of which you can seem to stay on more than a few days.
It's
madness.
Yeah, it's a madness because we're trying to break the addiction by doing something other than breaking the addiction. So we're trying to break the addiction by working out. We get hungry, and then we go back to the addiction. All right. Then we try to break the addiction again, and with what? We're always trying to break the addiction of food.
Yep.
So I really believe, because we both believe, and we both, when we did the vegan raw, we broke the addiction, and not even working out were we able to break free.
My struggle in the past when I did vegan raw, the reason it faltered in the end for me is because I wasn't prepared. There were still a lot of psychological factors that I hadn't dealt with, like mirror genetics,
The mirror genes, right, yeah.
Yeah, and wanting to do what everybody... I got isolated to a degree when I was doing vegan raw.
And you pretty much have to.
Yeah, right. Almost. I mean, seriously, if you're an alcoholic, you can't be around a bar.
That's true.
You can't be at dinner time. If you go to a restaurant where they always serve alcohol at night at your favorite restaurant,
you just can't go.
You can't go. I mean, everybody's gonna look at you like, well, just don't drink alcohol. It's like you don't understand. I'm around it.
Sounds so easy.
Right.
Like put the fork down. Put the fork down. Eat less, exercise more. It sounds so easy.
If you don't go through this, you don't understand. That's all I can say. If you don't go through it, you don't understand.
If you're not addicted to food and you never were fat and we both lost 100 pounds.
And you know what the big problem is? All the people that are big, people say, well, they don't seem to freak out and have a problem because they don't understand that they are addicted. That we are huge compared to what we should be, and everybody's calling it normal because so many people are so big that big is normal. And so you have to be 400.
Every American is overweight. Therefore, to be overweight is average.
Right. It's maddening.
What did you say when I went down to 190 pounds? You thought I was skinny as a rail and I needed to eat because I was too thin.
But you could still pinch and,
I was still about 50 pounds overweight.
Yeah.
Well, 40 pounds about there. But still, I was too big. But no one, even my parents were like, no, you need to eat. You need to eat. You need to eat. Here, eat.
And you were perfectly healthy. You weren't feeling like weak and famished. And,
I felt the best I've ever felt.
Right.
But when I gained this weight back because of peer pressure, because of family pressure, because of you better eat because you're getting too thin pressure, then you're back to the addiction, and it's just so difficult.
Well, I think people, very skinny people, get more pressure and abuse than anybody else. They're always saying, oh, you need to put some meat on your bones. You need to eat something. Oh, you're about to blow away. I mean, I hear it constantly. I say it constantly.
You're skinny bitch,
like, this person's not like me. They need to be fatter, or bigger.
Absolutely.
You need to eat. Cram it down your throat. Why? Because I'm eating.
Right.
I'm a pusher.
Right. Even when I just was eating the fruits and veggies. You wanted that chicken and rice so bad. And I'm like, okay, we'll make chicken and rice and French fries. No problem. So I put that in the oven, got it all ready, and I started to juice. I juiced up some fruits and vegetables, and then you looked at me like, would you think that you thought?
Well, I thought because you started juicing, you're like, I'm going to eat this over here. I got all this ready for you. I want to feed you, and I'm like, well, that's kind of crap. And you're like, well, I don't understand. You said you want chicken and rice. I'm like, well, but you decided. I'm like, if you juice, I'll juice. But I wanted you to do the chicken and fries so that I could feel like I could do the chicken and fries.
Right.
Because we have been doing this for so long. Mm-hmm. I don't want to do it without you, kind of thing. I'm in your house, and you were like, I have no problem giving you a juice. And I thought you were going to exclude me, and I was freaking out. It's so weird. It doesn't make any sense. None of that, what happened, really made any sense.
You were getting what you wanted. You got your chicken, French fries, and rice.
But there's a duality in me. My body craved those things. I really wanted to juice and stuff, but I didn't feel like I could do it. So I wanted to project that onto you, and I wanted you to have the chicken and fries and rice because I wanted you to feel like you couldn't do it, so that it would justify how I was feeling. It's psycho. It's crazy.
So
And I'm telling you, within a household, I've watched all these shows. I've experienced in my own household and other households. Other people that are close to you that love you, and you start to change, they can't deal with it.
no, they can't.
What do you? You're not going to eat the dinner I made for you? This is how I show my love. This is
Right.
Well, just eat a little. It's just calories in, calories out.
Or worse yet, it's like it's like, all right, I'm going to be going on this vegan thing. This is what I'm doing, and then my family's like, hey, let's go out. I know that you're on your vegan thing, but let's go ahead and go out and go out to eat. But I'm on my vegan thing. I'm doing fruits and vegetables. I'm not going to go out. I'm going to stay here. But come on, no, you can have a salad.
I'm telling you, when it comes to food, it is extremely
It is.
offensive to do a lot of things. It's extremely offensive not to finish your plate and push it away.
that's
Skinny
what it is.
people do that all the time. I don't, because I can't stand to throw. I think it's terrible to throw away food.
I
It's-
can't stand it going to waste. But the thing is, it either goes to waste or it
Right.
goes to the waste
It goes
basket.
somewhere. The material goes somewhere.
Right.
It's extremely offensive for boss to buy donuts and then you don't partake. It's offensive if you go on an extreme diet. Well, why should I care what diet you're on? Why do I care why you eat? Why do I call it names like extreme? If that's what you do, that's what you do.
Right.
That's
It's not what you do.
But check it out. If I say, "Hey, this Hindu person is stupid because they don't eat cows," then all of a sudden it's derogatory.
Right.
But it's not. It's perfectly okay to say, "Hey, I'm not going to eat cows because I'm going on this diet eating nothing but fruits and vegetables." Now all of a sudden,
You're extreme and weird.
yeah, and it's okay to make those derogatory remarks
Yeah,
at
that's
me
true, that's
and
true.
attack me. But now if I say I'm Hindu, oh no, leave him alone. It's his right. That's his religion. Now all of a sudden we understand why you're not eating that meat.
Maybe we need to have a vegan religion.
I think it is a religion. That's what
Actually, was it Hindu that's vegetarian, or is it?
I think Hindu is. I believe so. Yes, that I can't answer
I
perfectly.
thought there was some religion that's only vegetarian. I can't remember, and I wanted to do that
Yeah.
just because it's like, hey, everyone's doing. I can do it then. I can do the vegetarian thing. I really want to lose weight. I mean, I'm 230. I could easily lose 75 pounds and get down to 150 pounds, no problem. My kids are taller than me, 150, 155 pounds, and they're fine.
Yeah, and you deal with so much pressure. Not only your own pressure, your own cravings, your own smell, olfactory senses, all that stuff. The billboards, the
Right.
TV, everybody blasting you from every corner, telling you to eat the rich, fattening, all this other stuff. But then you got all these people around you that treat you like you're psychopathic for wanting to do it.
That's true.
That's why we bounce around all the time. Because
why
you
we bounce
try to
around.
commit to something and everybody attacks you for, oh, that's too extreme. You need to do it this way. You need to do it in balance where you get to have everything you
In
want.
moderation, you can have that soda, you can have that cake, as long as it's in moderation, calories in, calories out. To addicted people, that doesn't work. You have to go extreme. You have to stick on that extreme thing, which is the vegan, vegetarian, only fruits and vegetables, nothing else, or you can't do it. It's just
But we will be attacked like crazy because we're demonizing meat. And I'm not demonizing meat. I'm just saying, for me, I don't feel like it's right now. I've done without meat for 8 weeks, and I ate raw fruits and vegetables and almonds and stuff, and I felt amazing.
Got rid of the brain fog, the brain fog.
But people couldn't even handle my energy. I was so different from eating that
The
way.
joint pain went away.
The joint, yeah, everything.
Arthritis went away. The gray hair started to grow back in dark again.
But yet people can't handle it.
No.
They can't. Why do you care what I put in my mouth? It doesn't matter.
I don't care
It's
what
my.
you put in your mouth.
Shut up. I knew. Like, dang it.
Get
But
your foot out of your mouth.
yeah. So, and I, even from family members, and I don't feel like they're doing it on purpose. Of course, they love you,
Right.
but they into. And I think way more people are addicted and stuck in this trap than the people that don't understand
How can
realize.
you get up to 600 and 700 and 800 pounds, and we're watching on TV, and they're crying about doing this as they're eating. I don't
Yeah.
want to do this. Why am I doing?
I don't
It's
understand.
addiction. I think the only reason why we're not 600 and 700 pounds is because we have been on this kick of trying to be healthy for the last 8 years.
Yes.
If we were not on this kick of trying to be healthy and trying different things, we would be on that 600 pound.
If I hadn't developed this passion for wanting to understand all the stuff that's going on, not feeling good, not liking the way I look and all that. And if because that stuff bothers me so bad, it is, even though I'm still bigger than I want to be, it has kept me from being 300, 400, 500, 600 pounds.
That's
Definitely.
That's true.
That's it, though. If I was just one of these people that's happy-go-lucky, get along with life, and there's nothing wrong with eating what you want, I would have made it. I would have shot past 400 pounds. I'd have been huge.
Oh, easy. Well, I was over 300 pounds and lost 100 pounds, but here I am just creeping up to where, I'm like, I lost 100 pounds, but now I'm like at 101 pound loss, where before I was more.
Yeah.
And I really need to lose more weight than this and get down to my goal weight of 155 pounds, just like my kids that are taller than me. I should be able to get down to that, which I was in the military. I was thinner in the military.
Sean, when you get older, you fill out. So they're just not as old as you are, so they haven't filled out as much.
Filling out just means you're getting lazier.
I've talked to many older gentlemen that are 140, 150, 160, and most of those guys that are that small never filled out, but guess what? Most of them were never overweight either.
Right.
So they just don't eat much. They don't eat much volume. Now when they're younger,
they're probably not addicted to sugar
Right.
and fat and salt like some people are.
and genetics does play a part. There are some people that are skinny as well, and they put away 3 times as much food as me.
Can you imagine that if we were addicted to cigarettes or alcohol like we're addicted to sugar, how in trouble we'd be right now?
Oh.
If you're addicted to cigarettes, that's the type of addiction that we have to sugar and food. If you're addicted to, drugs, that's the same type of addiction we have to sugar and food. If you're an alcoholic and you just got to have a drink all the time, that's the way we feel about sugar and foods.
It's a full experience. It's not just a craving of one. There's an emotional response. There's joy. It's like a
Everything.
reward. It's multifaceted.
And when you're doing it, you are happy as a lark.
Yep.
Best thing you've ever done.
Yep.
Happy. I'm glad I did this.
And then when you're withdrawing, you remember, how much pleasure is associated with eating that bad thing when you're addicted to it. When you're genetically predispositioned to be addicted to these kind of foods.
This. Horribly.
It's shackles. It is a prison.
It is a prison. And I want to break free from this prison of body fat.
But what we're saying is absolutely radical. What we're saying is absolutely radical because the industry has not labeled food as an addiction. They're just now breaking ground on cheese and sugar's association with how the brain lights up.
Well, actually, they did a study where the mice were addicted to cocaine, and then they put sugar water in with cocaine. They switched to the sugar water because it's actually more addictive than the cocaine. Right. And here we are stuck on something that's more addictive than cocaine. How can we break this? It's everywhere. People are like, here's some donuts, here's this, here, and they expect you to eat it. It's like, it's an addiction. It's like quitting smoking. Somebody say, here, want a cigarette? You're like, how can you say no?
It'd be like living in Missouri as an alcoholic. I couldn't do it. Walmart shelves, every store you go into has alcohol.
Little Rock has it too.
Little Rock?
Yeah.
Like down in regular stores and stuff? I didn't know that. No, in Missouri.
Like,
in Missouri, it's on Walmart shelves over by the health and beauty section.
Like whiskey and stuff?
Yeah. Hard liquor. Because we took a trip a couple years ago, and it was just right there. You got cotton swab.
Are you addicted to hard liquor?
Well, I'm not addicted. I haven't had a drink in a long time, and I can get on and off. I can drink occasionally. But what I'm saying is, it said shut up. I'm hot.
No, it's still going. It's just really hot.
So we'll wrap this up. I'm just saying it's the same thing. If I was an alcoholic and there was a bottle of whiskey everywhere I turned and every store I went in, that's just it.
You could be an alcoholic?
There's not, right.
You could be, okay.
I'm just using that as an example. If I were a full alcoholic and there was alcohol on every shelf everywhere I went and billboards and everything, I couldn't deal with it.
You could be an alcoholic.
Right. So
could you be a smoker?
Me? Mm-hmm. No. I have smoked. It's not hard to break at all.
Could you be a crack addict?
I've never done crack, so I have no idea.
I don't want to do crack.
No.
If I am addicted to sugar, I don't want to do any type of illicit drugs because I'd probably be addicted too.
Right.
Well, anyway, that's the reason why we are all over the place when it comes to losing weight is because we're trying to find a way of breaking our addiction And as of right now, we have no clue on how to break it other than going vegan raw and staying that way as long as possible.
I want people to understand this whole thing started off 8 years ago as we knew we could do it. It's as simple as just doing it, being consistent, and going out there. That's how we started. We wanted to motivate people, and we wanted to show it could be done. 8 years later, we're just like, I don't know what to do anymore. I mean, we've concluded that it's an addiction, and
How do we break it?
Right. So that's it right there. Our intentions have always been to go what you're saying. No bouncing around. Let's get it done, lose weight, and be an inspiration to other people. That's what we wanted.
That's what everybody wants to do. Why isn't everybody doing it?
Right.
And that's what we're trying to find out. So let's go ahead and see if the next 20 days we can do this vegan raw. Only stick with the vegan raw. Don't slip off at all. And see if we can break our addiction. Because you know this next week is going to be a complete
It's going to be hell.
bitch trying to break this sugar crap addiction.
Just be prepared for the slandering and the extreme difficulty.
Is this?
So these people, probably half of them on here, I mean, who knows? They're probably going to say it's too much, it's extreme, it's slandering, blah, blah, blah. I know it worked. You know it worked. We just have to be more consistent and keep fighting with the new knowledge that we have. That's the only thing. That's all I know how to do. That's all I know how to do anymore. And it's expensive, but I don't.
I'm going to have to sell my crack to get some good food.
You have to sell your crack to get your crack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys, and we're Audi 5000.
I was like a...
What were you going to say?
Nothing.
Come on, we're still flowing.
Oh. You said like a really long video.
I know. Bye, guys.